Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mark and I thank you so much for coming by today. A while back I did a video on my travel art kit, and in that video I showed this travel case right here, which was something my mother gave me many years ago. She got it for free and gave it to me, and it's been my go-to travel art bag ever since. I love this bag and it has great functionality, but it's very old and I have many other bags that I use as well. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. There are so many different art bags on the market, it's hard to figure out which is the best for you. So I figured, let me go through some of the ones that I have in my possession, and maybe you can relate to these and see something in them that you might choose for yourself if you're looking for a new art bag. Let's take a look at these right after this coffee break. Like I said, there are a ton of products out in the market, and many of them have different features and functions that are going to appeal to all of us. This bag right here, well, you can see by the large compartment, this is my lunchbox. This is my go-to-work every single day lunchbox. It's not an art bag per se, although it can be used as one. There's tons of storage, there's tons of features to it. It's really well built and rugged, and I love this thing. The bottom compartment holds my food, while the top compartment actually holds my art supplies. So when I do want to take a lunch break at the office, I can step away, go outside and do some sketching, and it's really handy to have these on hand with me when I want to step away like that. I love this bag, and again, I use it every single day. This is the Speck padded folio case that I used to keep in my car. This went with me everywhere. I would keep a sketchbook, some pens and pencils, and it would just sit in the back seat of my car on the floor or something when I wanted to stop and just do some sketching. Nowadays, I use it for my iPad and it works great. It's soft, squishy, and really protects the iPad very well. And for $5, not a bad art case if you look at it from that perspective. This is the Targus Strata laptop sleeve. I used to use this for my laptop, but now I use it just as a travel bag. It's simple and I can take it with me to a client. It's ruggedly designed and it's attractive. It's professional looking. I can keep my phone in the front pocket, some paperwork in another pocket, iPad, whatever I need to go. It's thickly padded enough that it'll protect anything that I put in there. And it's not too expensive. I think it was about $20 at Best Buy. This 1992 CAMELBAK MULE is something I bought new back in 1992, so it's pretty old. And it has lasted the test of time. I'll tell you, this thing is great. This is what I take with me when I go biking in the woods or out in the city or something. I used to use it mostly in the city when I was younger, but now I just take it into the woods and so forth. But I fill this thing with my art supplies, and this thing is great. It holds everything. It's small and compact and extremely comfortable. I use this, you can see here I have this little canvas brush roll. This is where I keep my brushes. It's just a great tool to have. These bags nowadays, I think they're pretty much the same price. They're about $100 when you buy them new, but these things will last forever. The cool thing about this particular bag is it also has a water pouch in here. Now I fill this with water and it's got the little straw so I can actually ride my bike and drink water while I'm riding, but it's also great to have water on hand when I'm doing my painting. Now this here is just a basic black leather backpack that I got probably about 25 years ago. It still works great and it still looks great, but it's starting to show signs of wear. You can see here the buckles, I had to tie them because they ripped. And the front here, these are still all intact, but the bag is starting to show its wear now. It's been around forever with me and I've used this thing for everything. I've traveled with this on airplanes. I've traveled, every place with this thing. I've had clothes in here, art supplies, everything I've ever needed. But like I said, it's starting to show its wear, and I ended up getting another backpack, which I'll show you in a minute. This thing's been great, but I just don't trust it enough now to hold, on long trips or if I'm going on hikes or anything like that. It's just sort of, you can see here, it's starting to fall apart. But this was a great bag for about 25 years. And again, for about $70 was a great deal. This is my black leather messenger bag. It's really, really strong. I really loved this bag for years, and it was great for school, especially when I was teaching in college. I would bring all my, books and my supplies with me there. It's a great art supply bag, and it's a great travel bag overall. There's tons and tons of space in here, and you can fit almost anything. And it looks professional. It looks good. It's a black leather bag. But like my backpack, it is also starting to show signs of wear. You can see it's torn in the front there, and it's coming apart. Again, I don't trust it to last if I'm going to take it on a long trip, or if I want to be super professional. It doesn't look very professional to have a ripped case, but I still love this bag and I still use it on occasion. I highly recommend a messenger bag if that's your style. Now this is an LL Bean personal organizer. This is sort of a secret one for me. I got this on clearance at LL Bean as well, so I think it retailed for about $30. I got it for about $8 to $10, which was a great deal. This is something that you can hang in your hotel room, and you can put your shampoo and your toothbrush and your razor in it. However, this is an excellent, excellent art case. You can put all kinds of stuff. These side pockets here, you can put water bottles or whatever, and you can have your water if you're painting. There's so much storage in this little bag. It's waterproof. It's just fantastic. It's ruggedly designed. The zippers are strong, and I really, really love the design of this thing. It's flat when you first get it, but boy, this thing puffs out, and you can put a ton of art supplies in here. Now, the great thing is with that hook that you saw, you can actually hook that onto a tree if you're outside doing some plein air painting or just drawing outside. It's a great way to hang your stuff and have everything right at your disposal: brushes, pencils, pens, whatever. Now, this is a little more serious. This is one of my favorite bags. This is a SAMSONITE XENON laptop bag. This thing is a monster in my opinion. There's so much storage to it. It's so ruggedly designed that I have yet to find something that I've used as much as I've used this. This has been my go-to art bag on airplanes. Even though I have travel kits, they go inside of this. So this is what I like to bring with me, because I can bring everything I own basically as far as art supplies and laptops and iPads. There's so much room for it. You can see this panel here is really thick and will protect everything I put in it. There's places for my watercolors, for brushes. There's everything I would need is suited by this bag. And there's extra pockets back here too, if you want to put even more stuff. So I have used this for many years, and I really love the Samsonite products. They're not super cheap. I think this cost about $70 to $80, but I've had this for years, and if anything goes wrong with this, I will buy another one if I ever lose it or if it gets really damaged. It has a shoulder strap that comes with it that I think I put on another bag, but what a great bag that is. Now this one here is fairly new to me. It's only about a year old. This is the Etchr Labs Art Satchel. It is not cheap, and it is not light. It's a very heavy bag. That's the only drawback to this bag, is the weight. Now this is the shoulder strap that I was showing you from the Samsonite bag. It comes with its own shoulder strap, but it's kind of clunky, and I'm not a big fan of the shoulder strap that it comes with. It has all these little areas to put accessories in and things like that, which is really neat. I really love the design of it, and you can actually turn it into a backpack if you want. That's not what I'm going to use it for. Some people might think that's a great idea, and I really suggest checking out their website to check out the product. It comes with tons and tons and tons of storage and customization. It's the only bag in my collection here that has that kind of customization. Now this panel here comes with this plate, which I haven't used because I don't really do this much, but I know a lot of artists will take this out, and you can attach this to an easel to do plein air painting. I just leave it as it is. It's great as an extra handle, or that slides over your luggage and keeps it safe with your luggage. Now, when you unhook this bag, there's so much to see. And the first thing you see here is this is the field case that Etchr Labs makes as well. You can buy these separately, or you can buy them as a combo, and I think it's like $260 for the combo. I really, really love this field case. I wish it was a little bit bigger so I could fit more stuff in it, but you can see I travel with this with my brushes and so forth, and there's this extra pocket here, which once you fill it, you really can't use that front pocket, but it's really nice to clip into the front of this pouch. As you can see here, there's tons of customization space here for all kinds of stuff. What I use it for, well, I like to hook on that field case, and for me, that's perfect. This bag comes with tons of accessories and tons of little gadgets and gadgets to customize this bag to the way any artist might use the bag. And I'll show you a little bit about that in a minute. This is the strap for the field case too. You can see here, it just clips on right there, and you can you can carry it away. So the field case on its own is a great little bag. However, the art satchel, this thing has tons and tons of space. As you can see here, this is an entire brush collection. I keep my glasses in here. There's all kinds of stuff. And this pulls right out of the bag. It's a Velcro attachment that just goes in. You could put in this cargo netting instead, or you could put in a bunch of other stuff. But as you can see, this thing it's already very heavy, but once you add watercolors and pens and markers and sketchbooks and things, it starts getting very heavy and bulky. And that's the only downside, like I said, to this bag, is that it's just a little bit heavy. Otherwise, it's a fantastic bag. Here's a here's a comic book that I'm reading, and I really like that. But you can see that there's so much to this bag, and this is just one side. If you flip this thing around and look at the other side, it gets even better. Again, it's customizable, so what I do is I customize it to my needs. I keep a sketchbook on this side. You can see it fits nice and snugly in there. The whole panel right there is Velcro, and so I keep markers and pens and things in there, and these little attachments here, I can use them for all kinds of things. I can only fit so much, but I want to use these things as much as I can. So you can see here, these things just Velcro right on, and that's where I keep the pens there. I could put another one below, but there's only so much you can put in there. I love these straps because it actually keeps the whole case open and from falling, and I can use it to either draw on my iPad right here. I can just kind of take my Apple Pencil and just draw with this, and this is fantastic. Or I can take this out, I can use the sketchbook down there and use it for that. I can take it out for plein air drawing or plein air painting. This case is fantastic, and I highly recommend it, but it's not cheap. It does come at a price. And speaking of coming at a price, this is the Roots Original Leather Briefcase Tribe, and it's about $420. It's the most expensive bag I own, and to be honest with you, I would not buy this bag again. I got a gift card for Christmas to pay for some of this, but I went ahead and bought this thinking it would be the best bag ever. And I love it as a professional bag. When I walk into a freelance client's office or even a professional environment, this bag looks great. However, I will say this, the bag is very flimsy. There's no padding on these panels inside. And for a laptop or something like that, I don't feel like it protects it very well. So this is my 17-inch laptop. It's a big laptop and it needs to be protected. I don't feel this bag protects it enough, and I feel like maybe it's not going to be safe compared to the SAMSONITE. The SAMSONITE has so much more storage and takes up about the same footprint, and it's about a fraction of the cost. For about $70 to $80 for the SAMSONITE and $420 for the Roots bag, you're paying for the look of the leather, the feel of it, and believe me, it smells and looks and feels great. It's a beautiful bag, and I love having it, and it's going to be great, but it's very expensive for what you get. Now, my favorite bag is my Wilson's Leather LANDON CRACKLE backpack. And I have to say, this thing just has endless storage. So you've got all the things from that LL Bean bag that I showed you before, the side pockets and all that. It's got all the features of a Samsonite bag with the endless storage capacity. And it's also extremely thick on the back, so it protects everything inside really well. If I put a laptop or an iPad in this back pocket here, it's going to protect it really well because there's enough padding on the front and back sides. I do worry about these little accordion folds here. They're just cloth. Those could rip over time, which doesn't worry too much for me. I mean, it's performed well so far, but this bag just looks great. It feels great. It's really ruggedly designed. I really love this thing. It costs about $100, maybe $110, so it's not cheap, but I think if you're looking for something that's going to last, you want to spend a little bit of money on it. It even has this little back pocket here, which I really like. This thing is great. It's a backpack in formal tradition, but as far as an art bag, I can put just about every art product I own and just go on my way. Now, if you're looking for super inexpensive, this is how I started out in my early days with Ziploc bags. You can use various sizes and put your art supplies in, roll them up, and you can keep them in a bubble pack envelope. If you're into recycling, this is a great way to recycle. Put your art supplies right in here. You can put a sketchbook in this bag, and you're good to go. This is something that I would consider keeping in my car. However, if you really want something great, this LL Bean bag and the Ziplocs, there's a perfect combination right there. It's inexpensive, and it's a great way to enjoy traveling and keeping your art supplies together. Thank you so much for coming by. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I hope this was helpful in maybe coming up with some ideas for yourself for an art bag. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you again so much, and have a great day.